and it's going down right now. I'm excited. I got four of the most amazing DJs live on this conference call. Yes, I can't believe it. I got James Patterson from South Carolina. I got Joshua from Florida. I got, oh my goodness, C1 is in the mix. What am I going to do about this all-star cast? You know what? I don't need to watch the NBA no more. The all-star game is right here. This is it right here. The all-star game. I'm looking at LeBron. I'm looking at Kobe. I'm looking at, let's see, what could he look like?
Wait a minute, can you answer me again so I can get my theme music?
Theme music? I don't sing. I don't know how.
Just introduce me again. That's all I want you to do. Just so I get my theme music.
Okay, where's your theme music? Let's hear your theme
Here we
music.
go.
Uh-oh. Come with me. No, oops, sorry. That's a little bit of flashback.
That was his theme music.
That was a flashback. Forgive me. I'll repent. I'll go to a pastor's house tomorrow and pray for forgiveness. I wasn't supposed to remember that song. All right. So what we got here is Iconic Radio Show is just the portal. We're talking to three different personalities. We have one more. His name is Scooter, but right now he got death in the family, so our prayers and support is going out to his family.
Yes.
However, these four guys right here, right now, they already have their own radio show that they've been broadcasting, and they just saying for 2016, why not join with Seneca and do this iconic stuff? And I am honored. I am truly honored that I have such an all-star team in front of me. I have we got the James Patterson Morning Show. We got C1 Radio all the way from Connecticut. It's cold up there. And we're leaving the nice, warm Miami. Well, you're not in Miami yet. Preacher?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So you don't know nothing about no snow. In fact, James Patterson and Joshua, y'all probably should get off y'all should probably get off now because I got snow for this. I'm not going to let you see what's going on outside.
Oh, no, we don't do that here.
It's like -2 degrees out there. But back to the task at hand. James Patterson, your show is tomorrow. Can you give us a little taste of what is to be expected from you?
Oh my goodness! Well, I'm excited about it because I have 4 other hosts that do it with me. We all actually from different states, ranging from Illinois all the way down to Georgia. But we are excited. We have interviews on there. We do a segment called 3 Things to give people advice. We have something on there that's called. Can y'all hear me? Oh.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Okay.
Hear you clearly.
Okay, good. Okay, good. We have a segment on there that we talk about. It's a funny segment. I got this guy named Phil Bryant that's just joined the crew, and he is hilarious. He's blowing up on social media, so I had to get him to be a part. And we just gonna have some fun, y'all. I feature artists. I'm an artist, so I know about featuring people and giving people a chance because I remember it was hard for me to get on radio, so I remember. So just check it out. It's at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check it out. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you.
Okay. Preacher, you next. You're another warm state.
Oh yeah, Miami, Florida, Dade County. My show is called Urban Gospel Show, where I play music for Christian rap, R&P, rhythm and praise. It's geared toward the ages of 15 to, let's say, 35. You know, where I'm from here in Miami, we have we're known for a party city. So a lot of the music that I play is more upbeat. A lot of artists that I've hosted concerts for, Flame, different major artists that have come through the city. You know, I've been doing a lot of DJing in that area of the rap ministry and things like that. So my show, the Urban Gospel Show, is going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. for 1 hour, playing you the best mixes. I'm definitely going to do some live interviews with some of these major artists that are coming through Miami and Orlando. And I'm going to be able to pre-record the interviews and things like that so that people can get a chance to meet these major artists one-on-one and hear their testimonies and things like that. So definitely looking for everyone to tune in and support the Urban Gospel Show with your boy Jay White. Jesus!
Jesus! Jesus!
Yes, sir.
Jesus! Jesus! Am I supposed to start speaking in tongues? Jesus, 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 Jesus.
I told y'all he need to be delivered.
Don't do it.
What time is your show going to be starting? You know, I know you're like a Thursday, Friday, or is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific time here in Miami. 5 p.m.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So we got James Patterson tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. We got you 5 p.m. And now we got the man, the myth, and the legend. Oh, there we go. The man, the myth, the man. In him, that is the man, the myth, and the legend. C1, how you doing? That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. No, you got to hear. No.
What's like really going on? Like what?
Tell us a little bit about your show, C1.
All right. Why can't y'all? Oh, I know why.
He wants to show off his studio. Wait. Let me show you my studio. I'm in a closet.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right.
Yes,
cool,
sir.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure that y'all can hear me. That's all. All right. Cause you know I had to, you know what I'm saying. I told you once you introduced me.
Hello. Welcome to the show. That's friend Chris Cobbins. And you are now rocking with the C1 Radio Show. You ready? Let's do it.
Yo, my name is Chris Cobbins, and I'm putting you on to C1 Radio, playing your favorite song. Might be stuck out in traffic or relaxing at home. Either way to tune in and get all off in your zone.
Yeah, get locked in, freeze frame it. What that mean? Don't change it. Tell all of your friends the hope's too crazy. We got hot music, big bangers, truth rapping, can't shame us. Crazy One is your host. He's gonna brighten up your day, baby.
Not everybody got a theme music, okay?
I know what you came for. C1. C1. You ready for the ride? Cause I know Crazy One's about to get live. C1. C1. Yeah. Hello world. My name is Chris Cobbins, and you are now tuned in to the C1 Radio Show with your host, Crazy One. Keep it crazy. Keep it locked. Let's do it.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Crazy One here with Icon Limitless, man. You want to know what you're looking forward to the C1 Radio Show? I'm going to tell you what you're looking for with C1 Radio Show. The best in Crazy One, hip-hop, R&B, all gospel, some of the best artists, the top artists in the world you are going to see on C1 Radio. Some of the best interviews on locations, listening parties, all that exclusive, C1 exclusives. You're going to get all that on C1 Radio Show. Make sure you tune in every Thursday night, 10 o'clock p.m. till midnight Eastern Standard Time for the best in Christian hip-hop and R&B C1 Radio Show.
Here you go.
Did he just did we supposed to drop the mic now? Did we supposed to-
And throw
Yeah,
the cape on
the
his
show
back.
is over.
My mic
The
is
show
too expensive to drop. I'm sorry.
he just
Throw
put
the
it on
cape on
fire.
his
He
back
do a
and walk
Stephen Curry.
out.
He did a Stephen Curry on us. He did a Stephen Curry on us.
The show is over. It's done.
Listen, you said that when you call us out, you want to let people know what they expect from C1. That's what you expect. I'm gonna give you my intro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on a topical level, no, what we do for C1 Radio, it is our goal to expose the music that is not widely exposed in gospel music, and that is Christian hip hop and R&P. We have been called the dessert of gospel media, and the reason why we've been called that is because we don't get deep on the show. We can get deep if it calls to it. If God leads us that way, we get deep. But there's a million other radio shows and other DJs that whenever you hear let's just say the truth is working the radio circuit, you're gonna hear basically the same interview asked 10 different ways from other radio stations. With C1 Radio, you're gonna get the real person, because behind the music is a person, and I can sell you the music, but I'd rather sell you the person. So you're going to get interviews from the top gospel artists, and I'm talking about not just hip hop, not just R&B, but gospel. You'll get artists like Kirk Franklin, you'll get Dorinda Clark Cole, you'll get Flame, you'll get Jordan Armstrong, you'll get all that type of stuff, and we're going to ask them the craziest questions that you can think of. Stuff like, you know, what's your favorite late night snack, or, you know, it will even go as crazy as, what do you feel about garden gnomes? You know, just something to show you the human side of the Christian artist, because everybody already perceives us to be so deep and holier than thou. I got to show people that, hey, we're human too.
Right.
Really?
You
I
should
wouldn't
check out
even
the
thought-
hot seat.
Shout out.
I need to say this real quick. What events are you all going to be at? We got the BMI coming up. We got the Yes Lord event coming up. We got the Stellar Awards. We got, of course, the South by Southwest. I'm going to be there. What events are y'all going through? Roll call. Well, Preacher, you're the one that popped up. So which one you going to be at?
That's a lie.
Okay. I'm going to go through the list here. Addison, what events are you going to?
Oh, I'm just gonna definitely speak about the one I know I'm going to, which is the 31st Stellar Awards. I definitely know I'm going to that.
Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. I'm messing up your name, but
Rogers, what?
Preacher Boy. That's what his name. I think it is. CK. It's okay. I just massacred his name.
Please, yes, you did. It's
But which one you going to?
Jay White, better known as PK. Everybody knows me as DJ Preacher Kid, but the name is Jay White on the Urban Gospel Show. Man, I am still in the midst of being undecisive because I'm doing so much this year, but I know definitely I'm going to try to make it. Have y'all heard of the Flavor Fest
Of
2016?
October every year.
Yeah, I'm going to be there on the scene. There's a lot of other major artists that I'm already kind of like booked for doing their concerts throughout this year. Man, I know definitely I'm going to try to catch the Stellar Awards this year and being attentive there.
Okay. C1. What you got going on? What you thinking about?
All right. Definitely, I will be at the Stellar Awards and most of the surrounding events there. I'll be DJing 3 events out there. Also, you have to really stick with me throughout the year because of the fact that I live an hour away from New York City. We get all the listening parties here. So if you catch us on YouTube, you'll see listening parties from who did we do this year? Jonathan McReynolds. We had Dathan Thigpen, Tasha Cobbs. So throughout the year, you will see exclusive events from C1 if you stick with us. So because we're right in Manhattan, and we get invited to everything. Oh, we also did Diedrich Haddon most recently, his listening party. So you can catch those all on YouTube right now, and just stay with us throughout the year because we do them quite frequently.
Mhm.
No. That's not fair.
What you doing?
I'm saying you in Detroit, so you like in the home of where everybody goes. You should be
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
I should be seeing an interview with you every other week.
No. I am Kaiser Sose. I'm gonna sit in the background and let y'all do y'all thing. That's my role. I'm the facilitator in all of I'm trying to come out the game. That's all I'm gonna say. But you're right. Diedrich Haddon was here just last month. Fantasia was here. Brian Cage was here. I mean, we got the Triumphant Church who constantly bring in a concert. He brings in a concert every other weekend.
Dude, you live in Detroit, dude. Like,
Right.
I'm serious. But from you, and I'm gonna get deep with you, and I'm gonna get scriptural with you right now. You're acting like the servant with the one talent right now, because you was in a prime market.
Wow.
You was in a prime market where if you could do something like this and you can organize something like this, that means that you should be organizing, all right, when people come to your city, USA, Music City #2, Motown City, you should be the one getting there. Listen, we got Icon Radio. We need interviews with Order, and start with your daggone hometown. You in the home with the Clarks and Mosses, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Actually, the Mosses, they do love me. The Clark sisters don't know us yet. Don't know me yet.
Well, they know me. I'll hook you up.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, see, now that's what connection is. That's what favor is. See, there it is, right there. We got the favor because of the connection, because of who we connected to, and that's amazing. That's how I'm gonna say it. It is amazing.
Dorinda, my auntie, in though. I call her Auntie Dodo.
Really? I can't say that. She might cut me. You know how some people have that relationship where they can say nicknames like, people. Okay, I'm gonna put myself on blast. My nickname, because they couldn't say Seneca, was Cece.
Ooh.
Nobody but family could say that.
Right.
I think you just ruined that one.
Not. See, if y'all say it, I would have to come to y'all state and cut y'all.
But it's like everybody can see it. So,
So Cece, did you ever go to the SMAC conference?
That's you.
I'm just saying, like, you just messed that up.
You just messed it up. I'm saying, did you ever go to the SMAC conference?
SMAC conference? No, I've never been to the SMAC conference. I heard a lot about it. I know that's Dorinda's. Like Pastor Cole, well, the singer Dorinda Cole. That's like her theme.
That's a major. That's like Stellar's Jr.
Right.
Well, then there's the Rhythm of Blues. I mean, Rhythm of Gospel. I'm sorry, not Rhythm of
what?
Rhythm of Gospel. There's the Praise Fest, and yet there's some. There's the other events that are what's the political correct term of our other Caucasian friends are part of. So we got the Dove Awards. We got the live Flavor Fest. Well, Flavor Fest is not really that one, but there's Creation Festival. There's the Agape Fest. There's a lot of events.
Yeah.
I would love to say I'm at all of them.
Preacher K, you in Florida, I would encourage you to try to get up to the GMAs, the Doves, because they embrace hip-hop a whole lot more than the Stellars do.
Right.
That's where my career started.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to leave the Dove Awards alone.
Don't do that.
I'm feeling some kind of way. But we're going to continue moving right along.
They love us too. I'm telling you, they love us too. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Doves. GMA got some stuff on lock. I'm telling you.
Hey.
I'm just being honest with you because I've covered the Doves a couple of years, and there were more hip hop artists there because they received more love there than the Stellars give them during Stellar Week, and I think it's a shame, but it's the absolute truth. Again, how I got it connected in with Reach Records and 116 was through the Doves. And a lot of the hip hop populace, even Carlos Hell, who does Urban Soul Cafe, he even does events for the Doves. And of course, your boy Howard and Ron from Yes Lord Radio, they got direct connection with the Doves, so you know they gotta represent. They gotta represent. You gotta go, man.
Okay, let's just say that those brothers and sisters over there are testing the Jesus in me right now. It's test right now. I'm not gonna go too deep into it right now.
Okay.
But no. Why are we receiving the call? No, don't do it. People like, no, we're doing a live show. You can't call right now. I didn't say nothing about the Dove Awards. I just said they're testing my Jesus. So, with that being said,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Black Lives Matter. Do Black Lives Matter? That's the random hot seat question for y'all.
Absolutely not.
Wow. Wow.
I guess I could close that out now.
On that
Like, I'm sorry, but I gotta say this. I got to say this. We need to stop that. And I'm not saying that Black Lives don't matter for real. That was, of course, obviously a joke. All right. But we have to stop being so black conscious that we get ignorant about what's going on. Because apparently Black lives don't matter to black people because we still do the same stupid stuff that gets us put in those positions. Now, I'm sorry, but if you don't perceive yourself to look like somebody who's doing something wrong, or if you don't portray the stereotypes that are out there of all the black people who are doing wrong, then you won't get yourself put in a position where you get killed by somebody who thinks that you're one of those people. So if Black lives really matter, why don't you act like it yourselves, black people?
Well,
It's right.
Okay, y'all got some comments? Because I could just say that back 40 years ago, these police killing black people, which has happened, it happened through most of our lives, but they would think twice in the hood. They'd be like, no, I can't kill a black person here because I will be committing suicide. But because we lost that community love that we used to have for each other, they can easily come in and do whatever they want to do. At least, that's... So I agree with C1 totally. Black lives don't matter to us. So until we care and do this thing as a brotherhood, we stuck. We got to pray for God.
I agree with the brother. It's so true because a lot of times we tend to ignore, especially when something goes down in a community and everybody is claiming that they don't want to snitch. So there are so many situations where, as the black community, we don't take a stand, but when we see someone white shoot a black person, we march, we shut down, and we even go as far as burning our own communities down. All out of ignorant stuff we do. But then again, we never deal with the issue, and the issue is we're really being attacked in the communities of fatherless. A lot of these young men and women are fatherless. So whenever you have a broken family, you're going to have a broken community. And until we really deal with our own personal issues, we can't point the finger at nobody else.
that's good.
Okay. Is this the pastor's fault? Because you hit a point. We're in a situation where we don't have fathers. We don't have that strong male role model to basically say, this is the way that we should live our lives. Is that the pastor's fault?
Is that the pastor's fault?
Yeah.
I would say no, because it starts with the family. It starts with at home, and then and thank God for pastors and those. But even if you have a pastor that's preaching the word, because it goes to the point of there are preachers who are standing in the gap and are being great role models. But then you have these young men who have to go back to their communities, back to their homes, and they have to make their own decisions, and they're not making the right decisions. So I wouldn't point the finger at pastors. That's my opinion when I say that. I wouldn't point the fingers at pastors, because not all pastors are keeping the word hidden. There are some that are being straight up with the word of God, and there are some that are really not being role models, and they're just using their charisma in order to gain members.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go biblical on it.
Okay.
In the Bible, it says that that if the father is not there for whatever reason, whether he dies, whether he goes off to war, or what have you, the brother of the father is supposed to step in and fill in that place. That's Bible. All right. It even goes to the point where Bible says, you marry the girl, but this is 2016. We can't do that.
No.
But the Bible does say that, if for whatever reason the father's not there, that's when the father's brother is supposed to step in and fill in that gap for that child. Now the family unit has broken down to a point where you don't have that anymore, because uncles do exist, where the father's not there, the uncles exist, or rather the father's brother or the mother's brother, somebody should be there, grandfather, somebody should be there to step in and say, and even if those male parts aren't there, then it is the mother's job to really, listen. What I'm getting at is that there is no excuse, because I know when I was growing up, all right, my father wasn't there all the time. My mother had to do what she had to do, and then I had to spend a couple of days with my father, and then the week with my mother or something like that. I didn't live in a full family home. I didn't have mommy and daddy at home until I was 15 years old. And by that time, I had already had my opinions formulated, and my personality and everything was already intact. So, but what I'm saying is that my mother had raised me to have respect. So no matter what, whether my father was there or not, all right, you are going to respect your elders. You are going to respect those in authority. You are going to respect the church. You're going to respect the pastor. That's something that's not being taught, period. Because kids are doing whatever the heck they want to do. And the minute you try to put some kind of discipline to them, they go crying to their mom, and the mama want to fight you, or the father want to fight you, because their kid is out of line, and nobody better say nothing to my kid. So the pastor, he's the last resort in a lot of these cases, because the pastor is supposed to feed the congregation, a whole sheep. Of course, he can take time to do one-on-one or take time to do mentoring or stuff like that, but the pastor is not the biological parent or the legal guardian of that child in most cases, so you can't put that responsibility on the pastor.
And that is very, very true. What you just said, I agree with all of that, because first of all, like when you said with the children and the parents at home being responsible, I'm a teacher by day, so I see children coming in with all types of, from all types of avenues. You got some that come from broken homes, some are abused, some are broken, don't have those parents. And I'm gonna tell you, there are some parents that raise their children where you cannot tell them anything. Mm-hmm. They go in, they'll pull out, you'll say, let me speak with your mother, and they go, I'll give you her number right now. Let's do it. But that's setting up, we don't understand in our community anymore the importance of raising a child. That is so detrimental. If we don't, it's not a complete manual, but if you don't do it the best of your ability, then children grow up and they get messed up. And that's the thing. Those children are one day going to be adults. And then what type of citizenship are we going to have at that point? And that's why we have what we have a lot of times at this point. We have grown men or grown whoever doing whatever they want to do because their parents, some of their parents allowed them. Not all of them are not now. Some people they grow up and they do their thing. But there are some people that are raising children to do whatever they want to do in our community today.
That's right.
Okay, so I hear all of that, and I just had to ask that question because we got a teacher here. They spend 8 hours in school. 8 hours.
Yes.
You spend another, depending on what type of denomination, you could easily spend another 6 to 7 hours a week at church. Mm-hmm. So if you got 40 hours at school, and you got 8 hours at church, how much time do a parent really have to mold the children?
Wow.
That's the truth, and that's the reality right there too.
Yeah.
That's the reality right there.
Let's be real though. Where do you go home at the end of the day? And
right.
You got TV. I got BET. I got VH1.
We allow that. There needs to be a limit to that in general. We didn't have a lot of that stuff.
You know what we have now in 2016? We got child lock. We have parental monitoring on the TVs. You can set your cable box, you can set your TV. Anything above a certain rating will not be viewed unless the parent can put in a code. All right, you have all these things to safeguard your kids from any kind of content that you don't want them to see. Of course, you can't hide them from everything. They're going to sneak off and get it from school or get it from their friends or whatever. But in your house, you have the ability to say, okay, this is going to go down or this is not going to go down. And again, yeah, we are in a day where the child and the parent spend a lot of time away from each other, but at the same time, again, there is a whole bunch of time where the parent does have time with the children, and at that time, that's where you are supposed to be teaching them their basic principles. And if you can't teach them their basic principles, listen, from childbirth, all right, the child recognizes a mother as a mother. All right, and if you pull a baby away from their mother, the baby recognizes that they're away from their mother, and they're going to start reaching and crying for their mother. So they know that the mother or the father, in a parental case, they know who they are. So if they lay down the law, the baby or the child is going to respect that law. The problem is there is no law being laid down.
That's good.
I know, definitely to add to that. A lot of the instructions and information that is given to the family starts at the table. And if you look in our community now, especially since we're talking about blacks, a lot of us don't come to the table anymore to have dinner.
No.
When you come to the table and eat is the time when everybody will talk about what's going on in each other's life, where everybody grades is, where we need improvement here and there in life, or whatever was always done at the table. And a lot of families, when it's time to eat, some people go in their room, some people go here, some people go there. They broke away from the table, and the table was like that main thing that forced everybody to come together and talk. I remember growing up, my family brought that taught that to me, and I see now with a lot of young adults and friends that I have kids, nobody sits together no more. Everybody goes to their room. Everybody goes different places. So that time that you did have, since you was at work or all that, the time you actually did have, you spent this still away from your family.
And this is the thing I've had and that's good. That table is what we missed, but now we have situations where parents say, oh, well, I have to work 2 jobs. I got to work at night. I've had some students tell me, oh, well, I don't see my mama or I don't see my daddy because when I get home, they're at work. But this is my thing with that being said. There are other family members. We used to be a tight-knit family. Like if my sisters had to work, I had their kids. I watched them. I made sure that they were doing the right things at the house. We were family. And so they were not just at the house unattended or just, doing whatever they can do. We had people to step up and step in and take care of what we couldn't take care. And so there was somebody there that's teaching principles. Now we just got kids sitting at the house, doing whatever.
They're raised by media. So whatever they see on TV is who they become. That was the purpose of having a father. A man, the father would show the son what to become, and the mom would show the daughter what to become. But if they're not there, then what they watch is what they become. So everything that they see on BET is what they're becoming. So we're just suffering the consequences of what media is portraying.
Right.
And nobody's telling them that, listen, this isn't real. I remember specifically when I was like 6 or 7 years old, a Michael Jackson Thriller came out, and I was terrified of this, the zombies and the werewolves and all that other stuff. And my father had sat me down, and he made me watch the making of it. And he said, I want to show you that this is not real. This is all make-believe. They're getting made up. They're putting fake skin on them, and they're doing all this, So I wasn't terrified. Of course, I was 7 years old. I was still terrified no matter what. But I still remember him saying, this is not real, and we don't have that anymore. Well, I'm not gonna say that anymore, but it's a lost art.
Yeah,
it's a lost art to sit there and say, okay, I know you like this Beyonce song, okay, but in actuality, she has a husband, and she's not walking around the streets like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't single.
She ain't single. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, you see this 50 Cent video, and he out there and he doing this. He lives in Farmington, Connecticut, in the suburbs. He's not out there in the hood doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I know where 50 Cent live. I mean, he's like a half hour away from me.
You live in a white neighborhood. That's what.
Oh God.
I know. Actually, I do now, but I didn't always. I grew up in the hood.
No, you lost your hood privileges a long time ago. Once you said Connecticut, I'm sorry. There's no hood in Connecticut.
What? Hold on. Let me.
Lost it? No, we took it. Took it away.
Let me stop you, Cece. Let me stop you.
Oh!
Oh man!
No!
It's
Listen,
official now.
Don't let the proper accent and everything fool you. I just know how to speak properly. But at one point, all right, we not there no more. But at one point, New Haven, Connecticut was above Detroit in one of the most dangerous cities to live. That is my hometown. We were number 4 in the country. I am glad to say that we're not even in the top 10 anymore. That's not a stat that I like to brag about, but that is a stat to let you know that where you don't expect it, that's where it is.
Right.
Okay. Back in the 17th century, it was called civil unrest. Right. We was trying. It was the 13 colonies. That's what he was referring to. Don't worry about it. We're gonna continue. Keep on moving right along.
Why don't you go build a car or something, man?
Oh wow.
That's the best you could do. All right.
Detroit, man, y'all all build cars.
We're doing this Google Hangout. Thank you for viewing this. These are the most amazing people. Yes, I am building these guys up even more, even though we're capping on each other on a little side note. But these are the most. You're hearing their hearts, you're hearing their minds, and as you can tell, they know Scripture. They have concerns. They love you all. They love music. We got C1. We got CK. We got Patterson Morning Show. And they are there to present and entertain you. So you don't have to listen to the secular stations.
That's right.
Check them out.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. You got to just check them out. And let's support our own community because we can develop good, clean, wholesome stuff. And guess what? We don't have to be like Sisterhood or Preachers of LA. Oh, I stop. I'm going to stop.
Oh,
wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. I think I am going to withdraw my membership right now.
I would love to talk about that.
No, we're not gonna talk about that.
I don't want to.
We won't. We
Man,
won't.
listen, I can't be up here all night, man. For
I
real.
cannot do it.
No.
I can't chest bump you into your destiny.
Okay, now on to Bill Cosby. That's a current event that's going on right now. Is he guilty?
Wow.
Is Bill Cosby guilty?
Yes and no.
Mm.
Explain. How can he be yes and no?
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
explain.
did anybody see the interview with the lawyer on CNN?
Yes. I
Okay.
did.
She said something that was like mind-blowing and eye-opening as well. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, everybody had the experimental drugs, the Spanish fly and all that other stuff. You know, back then it was just considered, when you did something like that, like, oh yeah, you got me. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
that was back then. You know what I'm saying? And as Christian brothers, we all know that most of us done had a past. So to try to incriminate me for something that I did 30 years ago, all right?
Right.
Even now, he said it in some of his stand-up comedy. He made jokes about it, and certain interviews he kind of alluded to certain things about it. And it was a common thing. It wasn't something that was explicitly taboo back then. Everybody was doing it. That's how we all know. I mean, they even made a song called Spanish Fly back in the 80s. It was, look at listen to like Prince's lyrics and Morris Day in the Time and all that type of stuff. Anybody remember the Morris Day in the Time video when he had the mirrors on his shoes so he can get stuff like that happened all the time back then. And to try to incriminate him for something that happened that long ago, I think is wrong, because I'm not going to say that he's completely innocent, but as far as these new allegations go, yeah, I think what happened was somebody came out and said, well, yeah, this happened to me back in the day, and then somebody said, oh shoot, well, you know what, that's Bill freaking Cosby, I can come out against him, I can get some money. And in the process, all right, everybody and their mama, whoever had an encounter with Bill Cosby, all came up with the same story, and then they try to say, well, if all of us band together and we say the same thing, of course they're going to find the guilt. No proof, no evidence. Only thing you have is hearsay and false witnesses. And in the end result, society suffers because we all viewed Bill Cosby not as a real father figure, but for the father figure that he portrayed on TV, the family values that were exemplified in the Cosby Show, the structure of the black family. This wasn't good times. This wasn't a struggling family in the ghetto and the projects trying to make it. No, this was, they done went to college, they done got successful careers, they're sending their kids off to college. The structure of the black family that we all needed to see has all been tarnished and daggone destroyed because some people felt that they wanted to get a payday. So do I believe that some of the stuff from back in the day was true? Absolutely, because that was the entertainment business back then from everybody.
That's
all right.
right.
Do I believe that some of the new stuff is true? No, I think that because of that comedian that sat there and did the bit about that, everybody was like, well, shoot, I'm going to come out and try to get paid from it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
When I think about his situation too, what gets me is three things. Number one, I think about all the rappers that are rapping about all the days that they were selling cocaine and drugs. Mind you, they putting out records saying that they sold dope. So why they not being arrested? Why they not considered guilty because of their past? And they're admitting that they did drugs. They're admitting that I shot somebody. They're admitting all these things. They're admitting that I've had sex with hundreds of women. This is what I do all the time. So what happens if a woman busts out and say, well, he raped me? He can never go back and say, it wasn't me. Bruh, you've been admitting on your last 5 albums. This is what you've been doing for years. Bill Cosby has not did anything like that at all. And if they label that guy guilty, I would have to say to them, you got to go to every hip-hop hardcore rapper that's been rapping about shooting and killing, selling dope and cocaine, and having sex with hundreds of women, you need to arrest them too.
I got 3 words for you: heavy metal bands.
You need to go back
Right.
and arrest all of them.
Okay, I'm gonna say this really quick because I know that they took the Cosby Show off of syndication, but Seventh Heaven, the pedophile, still keeps going.
Wow.
It's more. That's what it's more to this story. It's bigger than Bill Cosby. I always feel like when it comes to the industry, and when I say this is my opinion, not trying to knock nobody in the industry. I think when it comes to the industry, if you mess with the wrong person in the industry, they have enough power to shut you down, no matter how much money you have. As black people,
Right.
we want these things. I wonder. I used to ask people, whatever happened to Monique? How come she's not doing any more major movies? And then she came out telling her testimony of what happened to her, how she was blackballed. A lot of these people don't know that this industry is nasty. They don't care how much money you got, how many TV shows you've done. There's stuff that goes on in the industry that I've seen with my own eyes with artists that if you may not know about it, but when the artists get missing, trust me, it's more to this story.
Oh yeah.
And the media is just going
You got
to
Charlie Sheen giving AIDS to 100 women, and he ain't even
Wow.
remotely being in jail, right? We
Ooh.
got the
What about
star
the guy
being-
on the Subway show, the Subway thing?
Oh, he's in jail.
But his thing went on for like a week or so. They talked about it, but other than that, it was.
Dude, they seized his house and put him in jail within a matter of a month, dude. He done. He's got like 15, 20 years.
what, Charlie Sheen?
No, Jared Fogle.
Oh well, no. I'm talking about Charlie Sheen, the one that we know that has HIV and slept with so many women.
He's been forgiven.
Wait, not drugged. They got a disease where they're gonna die, and you're right. He's been forgiven.
No, not all of them. No, not all of them. He slept with them. He didn't give them all because the girl that he was with, who didn't know that he had HIV, she's clean.
Okay. And let's see. It's this other guy I'm gonna think of. It. His name is. I can't think of his name, but that was pretty much it. I wanted to hear your thoughts. I'm really excited about working with you all. You all are the best in the business, from Florida to South Carolina to Connecticut. And yes, there's going to be many more shows. And I really appreciate to hearing your heart on things, because it's not always about the Bible, as you know, quoting scripture, but the application of the Bible, of us actually living the Bible out, is I'm always more concerned with. So I wanted to hear your hearts. I'm excited to hear y'all see y'all shows. I know James Patterson show is starting in about 8 more hours. Or
Yeah.
about,
Yeah, a
about
little
2 hours. We got C1 that's going to start in 48 more hours on Thursday. There you go. He's syndicated. And we got CK that's going to be here on PK, I'm sorry.
Friday.
I don't know why I want to say CK. I know why. That's dyslexia. It's the dyslexia of me.
Wow.
PK, we got you on Friday and Saturday. These are the people that you need to listen to. Now stay tuned. Black Lives Matter. And it's Iconic Radio Magazine. This is what we do.
Yeah.